Guys, today we are back with another interesting problem, and today's problem is like this, that we are going to discuss this problem in multiple steps. It's basically operations on arrays. Before I go and solve this problem, make sure you guys like, share and subscribe to the channel. So first is we will be given an array ARR, okay, and then we are given a size, say SZ. SZ is defining nothing but the size of the array, or you can say the length of the array. We have to do total operations as SZ by 2. Means we have to do the number of operations performing on that in this particular array has to be half of the length of the array. Next, what we are going to do, we are going to rotate the array right and clockwise by 1. Means we have to rotate the array clockwise only one element. Next, what we can see, we have to delete the n minus k plus 1 element from the beginning and return first element of the array. We have to return whatever is left. Okay, so what I can see is fine. So if this is ARR and ARR contains AI where I equals to 1 to n, so I can write A of 1, A of 2, A of 3. So what if my n dot dot dot, I have to put the last element in the front, that is the first task. So I can write A of n, then A of n1, A of n2, n3. After that I have to put the deletion operation. So the deletion operation is given by the formula the n minus of k plus 1, where k will start from 1 till the k is being given a value. In the question, k is given that k is nothing but 1 less than equals to k less than equals to size of array. So this will continue till the size of array, which is n. So if I put this in the front, what you can see is a of n has come in the front and then other values. So in the first case, where suppose the total number of length is n minus k, so I can delete the element, say for here or here depending on my choice. Okay, so before solving that, I would like to solve this with an example. Okay, so first what we can see is this is an example array 1 2 3 4 5 6 and the output is 3. That means after performing all the operations, the operations can be of two types. Remember guys, we have to define the operations as of two types. First operation will be rotate, okay, and the second operation will be delete. These are the two operations which are needed to be performed. So when we are performing the rotate operation, array and output is 3. So the first 1 2 3 4 5 6, when I'm rotating by 1, remember we have to use only one rotation. So this first value, last value comes in the beginning. So in the beginning we have 6 1 2 3 and 4 and 5. Now our task is to use the delete formula. So what the delete formula is saying, delete the formula. That means 6 is nothing but what? 6 is the size of the array, okay, minus of 1, since this is my first operation, plus 1, okay, that is the formula. The delete by n minus k plus 1. So k is 1 and plus 1. So what I can see is I am getting 6 minus 1 as 5, 5 plus 1 as 6, 5 plus 1 as 6. So in this case, what is my sixth element? Nothing but this. Whenever I am deleting this, that means I am deleting, this is the one based indexing. So remember, when a one based indexing, it shows that which element to delete. Sixth element means the last element to delete. That means 5 is being deleted. Okay. Total 6 values and 6th position is 5 is present, so 5 is deleted. After that, what I'll get is 6 1 2 3 and 4. Now what I'll do it, I will again perform the second operation of rotation in step 3. So when I'm rotating, this 4 comes in the beginning and 6 1 2 and 3 as it is will be there. After that, I have to perform the delete operation again. So now when I'm performing, what is my new length? Now I have 5 elements. That means my new length value of n is 5. What is my k? K initially was my first operation. Now my k is incremented to 2. That means k value is 2 and plus 1 is nothing but the formula. So n minus k, 5 minus 2, what? 3. 3 plus 1 is what? 4th. What is my fourth element? If you go by the numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, this is my fourth element. So the value 2 will be deleted now, and when it is deleted, it will become 4, 6, 1 and 3. And whenever the operation is completed, we have to again rotate it. So what I can see, 4, 6, 1 and 3. So if I rotate it, it will become 3, 4, 6 and 1. Now I have to check, I have to put the formula of deletion again. What value do I have to delete? So initially the length of the array is now 4. So I can write n is 4. K was 2 initially, now it became 3. So this is 3. So 4 minus 3 is nothing but 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Means I have to delete the value which is present in the second position after rotation, which is nothing but 4. So when I am deleting 4, what I will get now? A 3, 6 and 1. A 3, 6 and 1. Now when I am getting 3, 6 and 1, What I will do next, I have to again rotate it. But before that, I have to check what value should I delete. What value should I delete? Okay. So while rotating it, I will rotate it as 1, 6, and 3. Okay, so rotate is complete. Now delete will be, initially n was 4. Now my size of the array is decreased to 3. So this is nothing but my 3. My k was third operation. So my k becomes fourth operations. So the k will be 4. So what I can see is 3 minus 4 is nothing but minus 1, and this plus 1 makes it array of 0, nothing but the first position. So this first position gets deleted now. So now what I am left with? I am left with just 3 and 6. I am left with just 3 and 6. Now when I'm left with 3 and 6, what I have is only 2 elements. Okay. And what position should I delete? What position should I delete? So if I am supposed to delete any position, the formula which I'll use is 2. Why 2? Why 2 now? Because my size of the array is now 2. I have only 6 and 3 left. So that's why this size of the array now becomes 2. Minus of operation was initially fourth operation I was running. Now my value will become k as 5. So I have a total of minus 3 plus 1, which is minus 2. Now you have to remember, guys, there is a rule. This negative integer is wrapping up the elements. Whenever I'm removing something clockwise, anti-clockwise by 1 position, 2 position, what does it mean? That you are actually rotating the particular thing. So minus 2 is nothing but located closer to which value? Closer to the first value, array of 0 or 0th position. So minus 2 is wrapping up the one which is near 3 is 6. So it is wrapping up the one which is over here. So if I am supposed to delete this particular value, what I will get as 3. So this is nothing but my output. You guys see how I can perform the deletion, rotation and deletion simultaneously to get this particular product. Now for rotation, we know, guys, that the time complexity is O of n square, and for deletion the time complexity is also O of n square. So total time complexity we can write as O of n square. For space complexity, since this is an array list we will be using, so we can write the space complexity of this particular problem as O of n. So this was the problem statement. Now we are going to execute our particular problem. So today I'm going to try something new. This is known as a server-line text. Okay, this is usually used for competitive programming. So you will ask me, this is a small program. Why do you have written so many things in the beginning? So these things are nothing but driver code, which will be helpful. If you guys want to have an example, like whenever we are dealing with big problems, say for some problems which have 10 or 15 inputs, 20 test cases, 30 test cases. So what is your task? Will you go and individually copy paste each and every test case to run this particular code? Obviously no. You have to do something optimal, right? For that a text file is required. So I have created 2 text box. This text box helps me to put the input. When I'm calling it, it directly calls in the main method the entire array, and the driver code is ready. You can use the driver code anywhere in competitive programming, wherever you want. Just make use of this main function. You go and type the main function. It helps you reduce the stress of again and again typing and doing all those works again and again. First, I am taking a delete counter as 0. After that, I'm running a loop till my size doesn't become 1. That means I'm not left with only one element. Size doesn't become 1 because we have already seen that the size keeps on decreasing. So there will be a time that the size does not become 1. After that, what I'll be doing is I'm taking the array and removing the element -1, nothing but the last element to the front. Moving and rotating. So we are rotating the last element. What you can see, array of 0, a. A is nothing but the last element, and we are putting the last element at the 0th position. That's how we are doing it. Now we are calculating the index to delete. At what position do you want to delete? So if the delete counter is lesser than size, that was the initial criteria, and k is array of size -1 minus del, nothing but we have been given a formula that if k is the deletion, k will work like this, that k, what we have learned is this deletion. Okay, so I can write, in other words, before writing this formula, what came to my mind is deletion is nothing but array of size, okay, size minus of k plus 1. Now you guys do basic math. What deletion is nothing but, when I'm deleting something, this deletion value is this. So when I'm putting this k over here, you just do basic math. This deletion comes back. So I can calculate the value like that. Okay, so I'll just put like this. So it's basic maths. K is coming over here, so delete variable is going in the back, and that's how the entire thing is done. Okay, so what we are going to do next? Is array of size -1 minus delete. Now what we are going to do? We are going to remove the element at the calculated index. So we can write array of remove k, and we are increasing the deletion counter. So every time we can remember that. Okay, so I have deleted this value. After that, the count gets, and lastly we are going to get the last remaining element. Now why we are putting 0? Because whenever we have an array and only a value remains, that means the index of the value is 0, that means only one value is remaining. If I put 1, that means two values are remaining. If I put 0, that means only one value is remaining. So in that way I can figure out that only last one value will remain. So I've taken the value of n equals to 6. Okay. Now my input value is nothing but my list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and we have checked that the answer will become 3. So I'm just going to press Ctrl B, and you can see the last remaining element is, just a second. So yeah, so I'll just run. Yeah, so you can see now it is updated. The last remaining element is nothing but my 3. Okay. Say for example you put some other value, obviously 9 over here, so it will put you the last remaining value as 9. So I have to wait. So you can see it's updated and my last remaining value is 9. So that was today's particular problem statement. Make sure you guys like, share and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for being there.